the Browns did make 3 picks in the second and third round, traded back a couple of times, acquired more picks both this year and next year. Let's take a look. All defensive players, all from the SEC. They trade back a couple spots, still get a really good safety from LSU, Grant Delpit. In the third round, they trade back further, get a 5th-round pick this year and a 3rd-round pick next year. They take Jordan Elliott from Missouri. They also took Jacob Phillips from LSU. Les, when you look at it, a couple of guys from LSU, national champs, another guy from Missouri, SEC. Just a reaction to the 3 defensive players they picked.
Number one, they saved money on travel for the scouts, so that wasn't too bad. I think the pick of Delpit is terrific. I'm not even sure why he was moved down. Some people were afraid of him for some reason. You and I talked about it. He might have had trouble putting the ball carrier or the receiver down and making sure he doesn't get much yardage. But he's not afraid of getting his face in there and getting into the mix of things. I think Delpit is a great pick. The others are reaches. They need linebackers. This wasn't a great linebacking core this year. They needed more depth on defense, so they handled that. Whether those are the right guys, I don't know. But I like the pick of Delpit.
And you mentioned Delpit, and there are concerns about his tackling. Yep. A lot of missed tackles, but he did play a significant, in fact, most of this season with a high ankle sprain.
Right.
If you're a safety trying to cover, the middle of the field and you can't run well, that's a problem, obviously.
Well, but I think the scouts knew that, and that was figured into the equation. I don't think he lost that many points on that. But, he was the Thorpe Award winner, best in the country at that position, and I don't know how you can go wrong with that.
He did play through the high ankle sprain. Physical demeanor helps in the run defense, gets downhill, knows his fits. Now, the thing that they say is a concern, range as a high safety is very average, and that's something he's going to need to really clean up, take care of, especially in the NFL.
And he won't have that much time to do it. There won't be that much practice time, so whether I doubt that he'd be a starter based on that.
It's hard to say. He'll get every opportunity,
sure.
Obviously. You look at Jordan Elliott, this is a guy, he was second team All-American this year. Now, the thing is this is really the first year he's shown the type of player that he was expected to be coming out. He was top 100 recruit.
Right.
Went to Texas, where he's from. He's from Texas. Didn't work out. Had a MCL injury, transferred to Missouri, was spotty his first year there. This was his second year there, his junior year, and he was a second-team All-American and a guy that started to put things together. 10 tackles for loss, a concern, slow off the ball.
Right, and we even saw that. You and I were watching tape, and if you and I notice it.
Exactly. The first thing you notice is, it's not quick off the ball. Now, the linebacker that they took is Jacob Phillips, linebacker from LSU,
right.
National champion, was the leading tackler. Now, he kind of assumed a leadership role with the Tigers, but he's not that kind of guy. The knock on him is he's not the alpha demeanor guy that you want in the middle of the field as a linebacker.
You got Joe Burrow on your team, even though it's offense. You don't need that guy on both sides of the ball.
But the knock on him is, can he be that physical presence and that guy that goes and gets it? Not great strength or the alpha demeanor. The one thing that is a huge plus with him, learns from his mistakes, makes adjustments in games, is a team-first guy, and he led the team, the national champs, led the team with over 110 tackles.
That's a pretty good thing to have on your resume.
Yeah, and 7.5 tackles for loss as well. So a guy that's used to winning and a guy that, is from a program that's used to winning.
And playing in front of a lot of people every week, national TV every week. He's not going to be afraid of the spotlight.
Yeah, and, a team that's used to winning and playing against high-level competition.